While Dune focuses on the politics of great houses, Homeworld follows civilizations as a whole, and it does so in such a brilliant way that you begin to care for an entire species as if they were your own. The story begins on Karak, where a humanoid civilization, slightly more advanced than us, called the Kushan, discovers a derelict starship buried deep beneath the sands. This discovery marks the beginning of the Desert Wars, as the Galzian faction occupying the southern territory around the crash site moves to block the rest of the Kushan from gaining access. They believe that an attempt to reverse engineer the buried technology will invite retribution from the stars. For the northern Kushan, however, the technology sealed within the ship represents their only hope of escaping a dying planet. After years of brutal conflict, the Northern Coalition launches a decisive military campaign, ultimately killing the Galzian leader and securing the site. His last breath is a confession of regret and a fear that the planet's fate had been sealed, now that their return to space seemed inevitable. But the truth found inside the ruin is more terrifying than any religious myth. The wreck is one of many starships used thousands of years ago to exile their entire race from the galactic inner rim. And buried deep within the ship lies the very thing that caused their downfall: the hyperspace core, a piece of forbidden technology that grants instantaneous travel across the galaxy, and its use carries a single, ancient penalty: complete extermination. For the Kushan, however, that law has long been forgotten, lost to time across countless generations. All they know is that their origin is tied to Hiigara, their ancestral home. They now gaze toward the stars with optimism, and their society unites behind a single goal: constructing a massive self-sustaining mothership in Karak's orbit. The vessel is designed to be entirely independent. It carries its own refinery for space resource utilization and an automated shipyard capable of manufacturing capital ships in mere weeks. A separate cryo module is engineered to transport 600,000 citizens in suspended animation. In every respect, the mothership is a generational lifeboat, capable of operating for centuries. Its heart is the hyperspace core, but it also requires a mind capable of controlling it. Artificial intelligence proves unreliable for this purpose, and so the ship demands a living consciousness to serve as its neural core. The only individual the Coalition trusts for such a role is Karan S'jet, a young neuroscientist from a lineage deeply tied to the rediscovery of their species' origins, a family that has sacrificed much for this cause. Despite her father's objections, she undergoes multiple surgeries to adapt her body for the neural transmitters that will bind her to the mothership. After months of integration, Karan S'jet becomes fleet command and the voice of a civilization preparing to reclaim its destiny. In preparation for the mothership's first hyperspace test, a science vessel named Karsalim is dispatched to the outer edge of the Karak system, a journey that takes almost 10 years. But when the mothership completes its first jump to rendezvous with the spacecraft, there is only silence. A reconnaissance probe is sent to investigate, and it finds the ship's forward section torn apart. The recovered flight recorder soon reveals the truth: their entire system is under attack. Without hesitation, all ships are ordered to immediately dock with the mothership as Fleet Command initiates an emergency jump back to Karak. By a cruel stroke of luck, the mothership's absence at the edge of the system spares it from the full-scale assault that unfolds that day. By the time it returns, their planet and nearly all orbital infrastructure is annihilated. Only one alien strike group is left behind, tasked with finishing off the last surviving orbitals. But the mothership's fleet arrives just in time to engage and capture one of their vessels. Its captain is interrogated and dies in the process, but not before critical information is extracted. It turns out the assault was carried out by a patrol group of the Taiidan Empire, whose captain claimed that the people of Karak had violated a 4,000-year-old treaty forbidding them from developing hyperspace technology. Although Karak planetary defenses heavily damaged the attacking fleet, the remaining Kushan are too weak to pursue them, so the decision is made to plot a course into remote asteroid belt, where they can hide until a stronger military force is assembled. Unbeknownst to them, another alien civilization called the Bentusi has been tracking their hyperspace jumps since the initial test. The Bentusi are the oldest alien civilization in the galaxy, and the only species to possess unsanctioned hyperspace far jump technology, mostly because the ban could never be enforced on them. Not only are they the most powerful race, they also have no homeworld to lose, and exist entirely within massive ships that leap through space. Despite their status, however, they use their lethal force only defensively, and rarely involve themselves in conflicts of other civilizations. But they have a history of indirectly supporting or even arming one race against another. The pragmatic reason for this detachment is simple. While no single species can defeat them on their own, a united galaxy might. They also oppose direct intervention and seek to preserve balance through subtle power plays. The destruction of Karak, however, changes their stance. Something about the scale of the atrocity, the implications of the mothership's activation and consequent escape into hiding, forces the Bentusi to break their usual protocol. They soon detect a fleet of tyrannic raiders, an aggressive alien race loyal to Taiidan Empire, moving toward the same asteroid belt the mothership is hiding in. It is within this asteroid belt that they approach the mothership, offering advanced military technology and a warning.
Tyrannic raiders, servants of the Taiidan, are arriving. They must not learn of our contact. We must depart. All that moves is easily heard in the void. We will listen for you. Farewell.
By saying "we will listen for you," the Bentusi are essentially declaring to be their eyes and ears for the foreseeable future. Armed with their technology, the Kushan fleet repels the tyrannic raiders, securing the asteroid field vital for the much-needed construction of new frigate-class ships. As new vessels roll off the automated shipyard, more colonists are awakened from cryo-sleep to crew and support them. This slows progress, as the newly awakened colonists require extensive training before they can serve effectively. Once a sufficiently powerful strike force is assembled, Fleet Command concludes that hunting down the Taiidan patrol group responsible for Karak must take priority. Their decision is not driven by vengeance alone. Using decrypted data from the captured vessel, they track the patrol fleet's location. Led only by a carrier, the enemy group lacks the capability to manufacture capital ships the way the mothership can, and it remains in a damaged state. This will be their first true confrontation with the enemy, and a battle they cannot afford to lose. This was just an introduction. If you'd like to see part 2, let us know in the comments below.